Hey everyone, welcome back to Bench Talk with Smithy. So, Channel 10, yesterday I saw a news article saying that there was a faction of the Catholic Church, very conservative, old school faction, that wasn't very happy with the way the Catholic Church was going and was going to promote some more bishops to try and get a bigger group together so they can vote more or have a stronger vote when it comes to making decisions on doctrine and position in the Catholic Church. Very interesting stuff. Pope Leo is not very happy about it and is threatening excommunication, apparently. So there's interesting times for the Catholic Church. It's not new, is it? Not new. It happens from time to time. And I mean, you're seeing all kinds of stuff happening with the Anglican Church in England. All the, you know, the different denominations that make up the Church of England. There's quite a few. Anyway, it's all good. Let's have a random scripture. I got my Bible with me, Old and New Testament. Let's just open up and let's see where we are. Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 actually. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Well, that's true, eh? Isn't it true? And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Let's have a look. Patience. For all those struggling with patience, this one's for you. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defence, and money is a defence. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. That's a good quote there, isn't it? Wisdom is a defence. And it's got here shade in the Hebrew, i.e., a protection. So wisdom protects us, provides us shade, and money is a defense also. Yeah, I think if you are wise and you're also very frugal with your money, very wise in how you handle your money, it is a defense. It is like a protection. When the storms of life come, you do have some in the bank. You know, you've got reserves to call upon to take care of the essential things that need taking care of when emergencies happen. If you're running on empty and bad things happen, you've got nothing in the tank and you rely upon the mercy of others. And sometimes that's not quite enough. So you have to go without. So it is quite wise to have a bit of money stashed aside, put aside for a rainy day. And what was that last bit? The excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Okay, so wisdom gives life to those that have wisdom. What does that even mean? Good question. Like, wisdom gives life to those who have it. Well, stupid people make stupid decisions, right? And they act foolishly and they do dumb things, end up in all kinds of strife, turmoil. Their life is a mess. If you're wise, you're thoughtful, you're patient, you're in self-control, right? If you're wise and you have a bit of self-control and you're patient and you're humble, you're not vaunting yourself or flaunting yourself, then you then you do have it like a life, right? It does give you a steady life. It does give you a prosperous kind of life. If you're constantly wasting money, throwing it here and there, gambling, using it for things that are pleasurable now, you always run out of money. So you're always, like I said, running on empty. And let's just read a couple more verses because this is quite fun. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight? For he that made which he hath made crooked. Yeah, consider the works of God. That's a big one in our day. A lot of time is spent focusing on other things, and we really need to focus on the things of God as much as we do anything else. Give God an equal amount of time, right? Whether that's through prayer, scripture study, going to church, whatever, we make sure that we give God an equal amount of our time to show our appreciation, to show our love, to show our respect, to show our humility before him. Right? In the day of prosperity, be joyful, but in the day of adversity, consider. God also hath set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Yeah, have you seen that before? That's interesting, isn't it? Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? What's he saying here? He's like saying that we need to be patient, just be wise, basically, right, with our time and with our focus with things, because we can end up putting ourselves in situations that we could, we make ourselves righteous when we're not really righteous, or wise when we're not really wise. You're destroying yourself spiritually, right? You're a hypocrite. Be not thou much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldst thou die before thy time? Our death is appointed to us, right? We're all going to die. So why speed it along? Try and live a good, happy, healthy, long life, because once it's gone, it's gone. It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand, for he that feareth God shall come forth of them all. He that reveres God, shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. There we go. So we're all sinners. Stop making out that we're not. We all sin in some way. So it's important to recognize that we are not perfect, and we need to be humble in that. Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. For oftentimes also thine own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others. Yeah, that's true. All this have I proved by wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is afar off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? I applied mine heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whosoever pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher. This is Solomon, right in Ecclesiastes, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, This only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. 29. Devices or arts is what that means. Yeah, foolish devices and arts. So when I read that ages ago, I underlined it. I underlined that verse 25. I applied mine heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things. Yes, I think that's a good thing to do. It's to apply our heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason for things. I mean, learning, constantly learning, right? This is a good thing. So there we have it. Little message for today. Something for people who need a bit of patience. Something for people who need a bit of wisdom. To focus on, not waste their time, not waste their money, but to live a frugal life. Be wise with your time and your money. Give God a bit of time. And then learn, constantly learning, searching, trying to understand the reason for things. Good stuff. That's a bit of words of wisdom from the old wise man Solomon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.